Parents takes care of their children for whole life. They expect their children to take care of them when they grow old. But unfortunately, that doesn't happen with every parent. My story talks about all those old aged parents. My journey is about being Shravan to all those old aged parents. Good afternoon, dear friends. I am engineer by qualification, entrepreneur by profession, and a social activist by heart. Today, I stand before you as the founder of a Seva Sarvopari NGO, an organization of Gandhidham, Kutch, Gujarat, an organization which is born out of a dream, driven by belief, and deliver purposeful action. Today, I am going to talk about my journey of NGO as well as the lives which we have impacted and the purposeful impacted in dreaming, acting, believing, and achieving in the realm of social work. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. My first step, my single step, was when I realized my duty towards my society. But it didn't happen suddenly. It was in the year 2017 when I used to work as a lecturer in a college. And my house was very much near to the college, so I used to go by my own instead of taking public transportation. While going to the college, I always used to see small children sitting outside their small huts, which they call their houses, doing nothing, not going to school, doing nothing. When I used to return back from the college, I used to again see that all small children sitting outside their huts with their brothers and sisters, waiting for their parents to come from the labor work so that they can have something to eat. This used to sadden me very deeply, and I used to think I should do something for them. One day, I was talking to my students in a college. I was asking them to be more pro in your skills, to acquire more skills so that you can have a great future. You can crack any campus placement interview. Suddenly, I felt I am a big hypocrite. And from childhood, I cannot be what I am not. Because at one end, I am asking my students who are already coming from the privileged background to be more better. At the same time, I am seeing the children whose not only future, but the present being ruined by the storm of illiteracy, poverty, and negligence of their parents. I thought I should do something. And we all have some friends in our life, right? Whom we say कि चलेगा मेरे साथ, they say हाँ चलूँगा, and then after that reaching they say कहाँ लेके आया तू मुझे. I also have such friends. I am blessed to have such friends whom I said is Sunday हमें कहीं जाना है, and they said okay we will go there. When we went, we brought some chocolates and some food with ourselves. After talking to those children, serving them food, we were about to leave, and one of the children asked me, भैया अगली बार कब आओगे? And I don't know why. Maybe it was God's voice. I said अगले Sunday, and that अगले Sunday became every Sunday. After going for 2-3 weeks on every Sunday, one of my friend posted picture on Facebook. Although we were asking that we won't show anyone what we are doing, but he posted picture on Facebook, and the people who were connected with us on social media started asking us that they also want to come with us. And my friends told me that you create a WhatsApp group and we'll add all those numbers, and we'll then go Sunday daily, every Sunday. So I was trying to create a group, and when you know, like in WhatsApp, when we try to create a group, it first asks us that name this group, and after that it will allow us to add the numbers. So generally whenever I used to make a group, I used to make it Sunday Fun Day, Dosti Friendship, etc. But this time it was a very serious thing. I was blank. What should I name the group? Suddenly I just thought I should name it Zero Hunger Movement. I named it Zero Hunger Movement, and I added all my friends. So now it became a routine for all of us to go there on every Sunday, feeding them, spending time with them, and we were being garnered with so much appreciations also. But as we know, means we have so many voices around. Few will appreciate you, few will criticize you, and we generally ignore those voices who criticize us. But after a moment of time, I realized that I should hear that voices, because that can teach me something. So I started hearing those voices, and those voices were, how is it Zero Hunger Movement? You are feeding children only on Sundays. How is it Zero Hunger Movement? How the quality of children of the people will change? How the quality of that children will get changed even they have no access to education? So I was like, yes, this voice should be here. and I thought I should start with the teaching classes for them. But it's not so easy, like I said, because there were so many hurdles in front of us. The number one challenge was who will go and teach them, because till now we were having our own friends who were having day off from their jobs, and that's why I used to go on Sundays. But now education is something which should be very consistent, right? So who will teach them daily? The second thing, suppose we hire any teacher to teach them, where that teacher will teach? Because we were just a group of few friends. We didn't have any infrastructure at that moment of time. So we thought we don't have that infrastructure to run that classes. And the third obstacle was, suppose we hire any teacher, who will pay the salary? These all questions were there in my mind. And at that moment of time, I realized one good thought, and that was, whenever you wish to do something good for the society with a pious intent and a selfless motive, God sends angel in form of humans to support you. This thought was not only I was speaking to my friends, but I was realizing it moment by moment. Because whenever I was opening my Facebook Messenger, I used to find people saying me, तुम बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हो, if you want place, you can take my house compound. तुम लोग बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हो, if you want to start with the छोटू पढ़ेगा classes, I will sponsor the salaries. And I was understanding that God is doing all this. And we didn't wait it much, and we started with the CHOTU PADHEGA classes. When we started with the CHOTU PADHEGA classes, our basic aim was to send all those children to school. So when they will come to us, we will ask them that why you are not going to school, and we'll convince their parents also so that they can start getting formal education. When we were doing all this, I started seeing my children, I will call it my children only, going to the school with the bags on their shoulders. When I was seeing this, I found a place of solace for me. I cannot say my feelings in words, what I felt at that moment of time. I felt that I'm very lucky that I can pursue my thoughts, because I was maybe a person who was answering their prayers, which they did to God, that they want to go to school. While we were doing all this, we were facing so many challenges, but we were dealing with it with a sheer resilience. But still, there were many people whose voices I was hearing, and it was, how is it still zero hunger movement when you are just thinking about small children? When you are thinking about small children not going to school, not having food, what about those old aged people of the society who are not getting food, who are sleeping without food? And I thought I will be Shravan to my town. Shravan, we all know, right? Shravan, a person who used to take their parents on their shoulders for the Tirth Yatra. So I thought I will be the Shravan of my city. So how can I do that? So I just thought I will roll out my number. So I rolled out my number in any WhatsApp groups, that anyone nearby your house is not getting food, any uncle, auntie, if you know, who are very old and not getting food, you can contact me and I will send them tiffins twice a day. I thought I will get 5 to 7 calls and will do tie up with any tiffin seva already running there. But I was shocked to see I got numerous numbers of calls there. And at that moment of time, I realized that this is really Kali Yuga. There are many children who are not taking care of their parents in their old ages. And I thought we will not ignore any phone call. And my old friends were also worried. Till then it was okay running teaching classes, feeding food on Sunday, but now it's now going to be a big task. And we were unregistered till that moment of time. In the year 2019, we got registered. And because I didn't wanted our mission to get diverted, I named it, the NGO's name is Seva Sarvopari. Means Seva is above everything. And whenever we meet, I made a rule that whenever we will meet, we will say one line. And that is, Lakshya hi Lakshya hai, Seva hi Lakshya hai. That was our slogan we chant. So that we can remain aligned with the thought that we are here only to serve. And when I was a child, I used to hear one story, maybe I read in some book, that there should be a kindness house in every town of the country. I realized that it is now time for me to start the very first kindness house in my own town. I started that and I named it Seva Ghar, the place where food is cooked, but not for the members of that house, for the entire city old aged people who are not getting access to food, for all those children living in the slum areas who are not getting a hygienic food. When I started doing all this, there were many challenges again. The first challenge was, you are starting the house, who will fund the money? Second, from where you will bring so much amount of ration? And as we know, ideas is the currency of the 21st century. I rolled out one idea. I asked people to celebrate your birthdays and anniversary with us. I told them, when it is your birthday, you book your date with us. We will send the tiffin to all those old aged people by your name. You be Shravan of that day. I was not realizing, but that idea got viral. Everyone started booking their dates. Even we started getting advance bookings. And I was knowing it's God's voice. I asked people that you can be great, because Martin Luther King in a year said, everyone can be great because everybody can serve. And people really realized it and started booking with us. And we became Shravan of our town. When we were doing all this, it was not a very piece of a cakewalk. We were seeing so many things still happening around. Many children were going to school, but there were many who are still not going. And obviously, when we have taken it as a mission, we should go on more deep, right? So researching more, we found that they are not going to school, they are not coming to us because they are going for begging. Their parents are also asking them to go and beg. And we realize the presence of begging industry in our town. When you hear this thought, you will say that you should go and tell your friends not to give money. I did the same. I asked all those people who know me that यार पैसा मत देना. But everyone was saying, वो लोग अपनी hobby से थोड़ी मांग रहे हैं. They are not asking because of their hobby. They are asking because they are deprived of food. And I realized that it's a God's call for me that I should do more now. I need to contribute utmost to the humanity now. And what should that be? I started with the SWABHIMAAN stall in our town. SWABHIMAAN means self-respect. A place where anyone, irrespective of caste and culture, can come to us and have food at only 10 rupees. Roti, sabji, dal, chawal at 10 rupees. So when they come to us, they can have a good food, and at the same time, we can ask them, motivate them that you should go and work instead of begging. This idea was well appreciated by the people as we rolled out one more slogan. The slogan was, खाना देंगे, मदद करेंगे, लेकिन भीख नहीं देंगे. The meaning was, give them food, help them in becoming more better, but don't give them money. This idea was well appreciated by our citizens of our town, but there was one more problem. After doing for 3 and 4 years, there were many children who are now in 10th. What next? Because if we wish to bring them to the mainstream, there should be next path also. So we thought we will do one more act of selfless. And that act of selfless was our NISWARTH Library. A library where they get food twice a day, where they get Wi-Fi, they get books, counseling sessions, and they can come and can get access to every resources of ours and just be focused and prepare for their competitive exam. Because we believe that when one person gets a job, that job not only light up that person's life, but light up the entire house life. And we are running this library. Today, we have a kitchen that I call Sevagar, about 700 people a day. We run so many SWABHIMAAN stalls at the crowded places of our city. We run this library as I mentioned above. And we have a staff of 35 people today who are employed with us, whom we pay salaries, so that all those missions that we are working gets uninterrupted. My dear friends, we aspire to achieve not for the personal glory, but to illuminate the path of others. When we look towards the future, our dream is very clear. A city where there should be no poverty. A city where there is no one who is illiterate. My dear friends, let us all create a town where compassion has no bounds. Let us all create a society where kindness propels us forward. My dear friends, let us all create a place where no one should go to bed without food. My dear friends, let us all realize the importance of kindness and the magic of human connection. मैं हमेशा दोस्तों से कहता हूं कि हम बदलाव जरूर लाएंगे, चाहे छोटा ही सही, लेकिन बदलाव जरूर लाएंगे. And we all should strive to bring change, no matter how small it is. Because at the end, दोस्तों, चाहे कोई भी हो season, let's be good for no reason. Thank you so much.